Acceptance sampling is a statistical quality control measure that lets a company determine the quality of an entire product lot by testing randomly selected samples. It's mainly concerned with inspection and decision making about a large sum of products. It's one of the oldest techniques in quality control, and it's also a very practical technique used in manufacturing and processing. It's also very important in the engineering realm because a lot of parts and materials are very high risk, meaning a lot of people's lives may be on the line uh, when these materials or parts are being used or after they have already been put together. It's also very common for a company or business to create a failure ratio graph, such as these two you can see here, pulled from the article. You can see the failure ratio graph between the two companies and how few variables such as production differ depending on the company's use of acceptance sampling. These graphs up here I created in Minitab. Uh, the average total inspection ATI plot basically just depicts the relationship between the incoming material and the number of items that need to be inspected. Here you can see an acceptable quality level chart, AQL chart. Basically just shows the number of units to inspect in a given shipment and the number of defective units that would trigger a failed result. This is a good example showing how acceptance sampling is used to illustrate the effect it has on the percentage of defective equipment or company, and I created that using Minitab as well. Two formulas, probability of defectives and probability of acceptance, are the most prominently used formulas in acceptance sampling. Probability of defectives is the statistical chance that a product will not meet a performance specification or lie within the defined upper and lower limits specified by the company, business, or whatever. And it is basically just the ratio of expected defects to the total output. Probability of acceptance, however, is the probability that the number of defectives is less than or equal to the acceptance number. And this data is used when calculating the probability of acceptance and defectives, this data right here. Many companies spend a considerable amount of time and money developing and implementing an acceptance sampling plan. Labor, inspection equipment, and improved factory facilities are all part of the inspection costs. Here you can see a graph, just basically a simple graph showing the satisfaction rate of these companies before and after using and implementing an acceptance sampling plan for their quality control section of their business. All in all, acceptance sampling reduced costs, sped up delivery times, raised quality, and overall gave the companies a better reputation for having a better thought out inspection system. This is why companies believe the plan was worth the resources to put together, and why acceptance sampling is very commonly used in quality control and engineering and other companies around the world.